And new polling is showing a considerable drop in his approval, including in some of his key issues. A number of recent polls show Trump underwater, with more than half of Americans disapproving of his performance overall. And when you look at issues like immigration and the economy, where he was previously strong, Trump's numbers are upside down there as well. The president, perhaps unsurprisingly, taking note of it taking note of these headlines, posting on social media this morning to call them sick and those who write about them the enemy of the people, adding he thinks these pollsters should be investigated for election fraud. Joining me now is Sam Stein, managing editor of The Bulwark and an MSNBC contributor, and Susan Del Percio, Republican strategist and an MSNBC political analyst. Sam, first to you, any surprises in these numbers that we see?
I guess in the macro sense, yeah, how quickly it's all fallen apart, right? First of all, Trump didn't start off necessarily on a high note. I mean, relative to what he was in the first term, it was improved, but relative to other presidents, it was not a great starting point for a newly elected president, or in this case, I guess a second-term president. But it's all kind of come apart fairly fast, and it's all been fairly self-inflicted. That's the other surprise. The trade wars, the tariffs, Liberation Day, those all took, obviously, a huge chunk out of his approval rating. But then you look at the immigration stuff, too, and there was a case where he had immense popularity. The public was clearly backing his initiatives. And what did he do? He took a winning issue and he turned it into a kind of secondary issue, which is, can he and should he be able to defy the courts? And on that front, he's really lost ground with the public. And I think these are self-inflicted wounds. And it's not like he has one thing that he could hold on to now to claw his way back. Or conversely, not like there's one thing that's causing the downfall. It's across the spectrum on all the issues, which makes it that much harder for him to crawl back up in popularity.
I think that's a really important point here.